This is the second chapter of our How to Play series for Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the board game. In this chapter, we'll teach you how to set up the player decks and decks of cards. Check out the playlist below for the full list of videos.
And hi everyone, it's Stella.
And Tarrant here from Meeple University.
Alright, let's go to the classroom.
In Heroes of Might and Magic 3, you'll be exploring, fighting, and trying to level up your hero. And one of the tools at your disposal is your Might and Magic deck, a deck of cards showing this back, which you'll manage and build across the course of the game. You'll have a hand of cards, you'll play cards from that hand to your personal discard pile, you'll shuffle your discard pile back into your deck at any time when your deck runs out, and you'll gradually be adding new and more powerful cards to your hand, and therefore to your deck, to make it stronger. So now, let's first have a look at how we set up these cards and our starting decks. The Might and Magic cards can be split into 5 piles based on the layouts of their fronts. Spell cards have the light brown background and represent powerful magics your heroes can wield. Artifacts have the dark brown background and a full width image of that artifact. And these are various objects which your heroes can find as they journey. Abilities have the dark brown background and an image which is not full width. These represent the innate traits of your hero. Specialty cards look like ability cards, but they depict a specific one of the game's heroes in their bottom left corners, and they belong strictly to that hero. And statistic cards, which are your basic attacks and powers, have the black background. In setup, each player will make a starting deck of 9 Might and Magic cards. First, find the 3 specialty cards which depict your hero. The specialty slot on your hero card also tells you which cards these will be. At this point, you'll add only the level 1 card to your deck. The level 4 and level 6 cards are set off to the side. You'll gain them when your hero levels up to those levels. Secondly, look through all of the ability cards until you find one which matches your hero's starting ability. Then take statistic cards which match your statistic row. So this cleric would take 1 attack card, 2 power cards, and 2 knowledge cards. Heroes of Might will tend more towards attack and defense. Heroes of Magic will tend more towards knowledge and power. Finally, go through the spell deck. If you are a hero of Magic, you will take 2 magic arrow spells. If you are a hero of Might, you'll take only 1. Once you're done, you'll have 9 cards, which you shuffle up into a face-down draw stack. Don't draw any cards from this hand. You'll draw your first hand at the start of your first turn. Shuffle the remaining spells, artifacts, and abilities into face-down draw decks. And then flip the top card of each into a face-up discard pile, so that you know which deck represents which type of cards. Unused specialties and statistics can be returned to the box. Throughout the game, players will primarily get new spells by buying them from their mage guilds, or by visiting magical shrines. Artifacts often come by finding them in treasure chests or looting them from the fallen. And new abilities mostly come by leveling up your hero. Most often when you gain a new card to your deck, the game will tell you to search a certain number, usually 2. When you search a certain number, take that many cards from the top of the relevant deck, look at them, choose one you wish to keep and discard the rest, or take the top card from the discard pile. When gained, a new card is always added directly to your hand. There are some cards which are limited to a specific faction. If you were to find this card through searching, you wouldn't be able to take it unless you were the Necropolis faction. If the discard pile is ever empty, flip a new card face up from the top of the deck. Finally, if an effect ever tells you to remove a card, then return it to the box, completely out of play. As you add stronger cards to your deck, you'll often try to remove the weaker cards to make your deck more concentrated and strong. And that's the player deck setup for Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the board game. In our next chapter, we'll take you through the overview and round sequence.
Thanks so much for watching. See you there.